circle. All right. So back when I was all alone, after I'd asked for help for a brain injury and received none, which I'll get into, explain more in depth soon, which is very hard for me. Um, so Crested Butte's this main spot that I never felt like I had a home, and I found a home, right? All right, it introduced me to a change in everything about my being. All right, and I want to protect this, all right, more than anything because it deserves to help people the same way it helped me. All right, so I want to be a caretaker of this shit. I'm not bringing any of this out so anybody can feel sorry for me. I moved to Colorado from fucking Georgia because of conscious reasons. Um, I did time a year for drugs that were psychedelic mushrooms and marijuana over an ounce. Here it's okay, but whatever. Um, so that's why I moved here. That's what I'm saying. All these arbitrary things I found out through the shadow world. All right. So let me try to stay on a little path. All right. So, overview. God, this is really hard. I'm just going to do it. All right. So, growing up after that wonderful bit of middle school, I went to high school in Augusta. And I wasn't fucking up by any means, but uh I had this guy, he totally sucker punched me in the mouth. I was holding a cigarette in my hand, and I said, "Who wants to light my cigarette?" And somebody pulled it out and sucker punched me. Bam. 3 times my size, on steroids, big as fuck. And he leaves right when I fucking get up, bleeding all over the place. Um, I was like, what the fuck? So that was kind of my introduction to where I was at now, Lakeside High School. Welcome to fucking Augusta. So of course I started slipping from school hardcore. All right, and so my trust was in my parents, right? Just being parents. And so I fuck. So I don't know, I basically this shit ain't easy for me. Alright, so when that dude hit me in the mouth, I ended up going, find out that my dad was cool with him because he was in a church and everything. He was in our church, whatever. He was a Christian. I was like, alright, that's great. I cannot trust your ass. Alright, and so then I was having trouble at school. I can't trust his ass to have my back. Started drinking and getting in trouble. And fucking next thing on the way to school, my mom's like hit me in the face, calling me a loser and shit. And I was just like, yo, I couldn't escape from where I was at. And it got so bad that I was even in the woods for Thanksgiving. Fucking, I was in the woods for Thanksgiving in high school. I know what to do, man. This shit ain't easy. Being a kid like that, only child in a rich fucking place. Dad's a hospital administrator, religious as fuck. The only way they can make any sense out of you is if they beat you into whatever validates their morality, behavior, belief system. Dude, I'm sorry. It's gonna be what this is on this video. This might go beyond 60 minutes. But look. Alright. So I wasn't fucked up, but I was fucking up when I lost trust with my parents. Even more frustrating was when a probation officer, I'd been getting in trouble, and a probation officer had tried to entice me to take off my clothes. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I said no. And I regret some of the shit really hardcore as repentance. I have to say this in this video because there was a dude that was molested by his karate instructor, and he came in, and I felt bad for speaking up without enough sense at the moment. And I shut down a lot of his recovery by being ignorant myself on a lot of shit. All right, I'm hoping I can somehow change that whole aspect for you as well. All right, so I didn't know who to trust. That's basically the first beginning dark side of flow health. So my parents, my mother's popping me in the mouth, calling me a loser, going to school at a place where my father's best friends are cool with the dude who sucker punches me and leaves before I get a chance to at least try to whoop his ass. So I mean, that's how I got character of people immediately. Won't even let me fucking swing. So, so you know what? I'm staying at a fucking difference. I might call some of y'all out by name to give my thanks and love and true support on how you changed my life. And going through the dark side, I could not say that I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. And you are the true path to me fucking making it. Some of y'all are small little pieces of the puzzle that help me get huge gains, and some of y'all were main pieces of the puzzle. I don't want to take away from anybody, but the pain is really what started from not being able to just talk to anybody and being very alienated at this moment in my life. So I was staying at a friend's house whose fucking aunt was letting me live there as a fucking junior, a senior, and I couldn't live there like that. So I'd already gotten in trouble with some of the people that are now dead. At least 100 of the people are dead that I would ever talk about in any of my stories that you'd hear about anything from me from. So So I'm sitting there like, this is fuck shit for me. I'm gonna get out the only way that I know how. I'm not quite a traveler yet. I'm still like high school wondering what the fuck's going on in my life and why is everybody so cruel. Alright, and then the great interesting part of the dark side of flow health is that it gets worse. It gets totally worse. Alright, so but before this jump, and from civilian to fucking civilian, back into civilian, I have this little section of military shit. That is the important part that I'm about to describe to you. That's the difference of what I do, who I am, what makes me, and how I'm trying to give this to you in flow health as it was received by me from this Marine who taught me love in this way, and this pararescue instructor that was there the day that she was instructing me how to do these things in the right way to pass this course. Those two people combined allow me to be in touch with a greater effective way of being a trainer, and not just like a softcore trainer, but the real deal most hardcore trainer you ever fucking dealt with in your life if you're not ready for this shit. Alright, because I'm going to tell you what it was like to be ostracized first after leaving the first time. It gets worse. But look, if it wasn't for this man, Michael Chambers, and I'll say you by name, Jason Harper, John Zorbas, these motherfuckers